Welcome to the Waylight. The Christianity started with a community experience. From the beginning onwards, people were sharing together, praying together, and walking in the path of God together. It must be the reflection of the Trinity, Trinitarian, the communion of God. That aspect. In today's gospel passage, we see a kind of people's approach towards the wonders and the miracles of Jesus. People were wondering whatever they had seen and heard. In today's gospel passage, we see that Jesus heals a man of deaf and dumb. And then as a result, people say, ah, as a wonder. And people said that they had never seen such kind of wonder, healing of deaf and dumb. And God is doing a lot of wonders among us. And the people, those who heard, also accepted, and they were also wondering at Jesus' miracles. And there is a problem with regard to this. And the faith of the people as a communion is not that much strong. It withers. It fades away. And it shakes. That's what we see on the day of the death of Jesus. When Pilate asked the people, what shall I do with this man? Then somebody said, crucify him. Then what had happened? The people, all those who heard of that word, statement, everybody cried out, crucify him. This is a problem with the crowd. Whenever we see a kind of sense, we see a kind of incident, and if one person says yes, then the whole people would say that kind of yes towards that incident. And it's a kind of common consciousness. Rather than that, we must have a kind of personal attachment to God. Yeah, the communitarian aspect will help us to enrich in God's experience. Love, sharing, praying together, everything will help us to reach towards God and help us to make a kind of interaction with the people. But at the same time, for the faith aspect, we should have a personal experience. That's what Jesus shows us today through today's gospel passage. A lot of people were around Jesus and there were a lot of noise. And then when the person of deaf and dumb came to Jesus, Jesus took that person to another side where there was nobody. And it was a personal touch that Jesus had given to him. And you see what had happened later. Jesus said, should not say about this to anybody. Then what did he do? He went everywhere and said everything to the people. And he was praising continuously God. The thing is that we will be in the community and we will be in the group and still we will praise God, we will thank God in a communitarian aspect. But still we should have a kind of personal touch from God. We should have a personal touch from God. Then we will be able to understand the love of God personally. Then nobody can stop us from praising God. We will become like the person who received the healing as today's gospel passage. and nobody can touch us. Nobody will be able to stop us from the love of God. And today's words, this video is a compliment for the persons, those who are sitting in the church after the Holy Eucharistic celebration. We see this is a community experience, the Holy Eucharistic celebration, and all come together, pray together, share together. And after the community experience, after the Mass, soon after the Mass, all go to their home, and some people used to sit in the church and pray with God personally. And this particular video is a compliment for those persons. May God bless you all.